My name is Nora Campbell. I'm the Director of Sales at the National Aquarium, and I oversee 4 departments here. That includes our group, tour and travel department, our consignment accounts, our evening events, and our call center. I came to Baltimore to go to college at UMBC, and while I was here I needed to find a job. And I ended up finding an opportunity with the water taxis as a mate on the boat. So my job was to collect money from the families that were traveling, offer tourist advice, a little bit of history while we were going around the boats, and also help dock the boats as well and work with the captains on that. As I was graduating college, the owners asked me if I would be interested in working in the office part-time, in the office full-time, which I did, and then ended up there for 10 years, and I left as the Vice President of Sales and Administration. So after that, I went over to the Science Center, and I worked there for a few years, which was a lot of fun. Great IMAX theater. If anybody hasn't been, you should definitely check it out. I then was at Toby's Dinner Theater for a period of time, and then had the opportunity to be the general manager of the Ripley's Believe It or Not attraction when that opened up in Baltimore. And then eventually I also overtook the Ocean City location as well. So did that, and then one day an opportunity for the Director of Sales position came up at the aquarium. And this was always sort of the preeminent tourism attraction in Baltimore, so couldn't resist the opportunity. So I joked that I worked on the water for 10 years, and I've since been making my way around the water, so I've got nowhere else to go. They're stuck with me here. From an industry standpoint, I feel like I'm surrounded by some of the most warm people that you could work with, and I feel very lucky to have landed in tourism. I got my degree in history, and people thought tourism didn't necessarily have a connection, but tourism is very often the history and culture of a region. So it actually did kind of tie back to my degree a bit. Add to that the warmth of the people in this industry, I don't know where else I could go. The economic impact from tourism, the tax revenue generated, offsets every individual Marylander's taxes by somewhere around $1,000 each. And if that's not important, I don't know what is. If you have an opportunity to get into tourism, absolutely do it. There aren't very many programs in the country that focus on tourism or even sales. I think there's only 3 collegiate programs dedicated to sales in the country, so I don't think people always consider it as a profession, but truly, there is no better profession. We get to see all the new exhibits that come to town, we get to eat at the newest restaurants that come in, we get to meet just really cool business entrepreneurs that are running their own small business. It is a phenomenal industry, and one that really needs to be higher on the radar across the country. From Baltimore, you can get to the mountains in less than 3 hours, you can get to the beach in less than 3 hours. So there's so much that you can do and see in the state, from city to rural experiences. Tourism works for Maryland.